Okay, so we are live from Kanye West's Ego, and we have no guests today because everybody's a pussy. They're scared of us. You know how it is. And, we had Wojtek last time, taught us how to be a bodybuilder. Now we're fucking jacked. Nobody wants us to talk to us anymore.
No.
So,
Like a
what are you gonna...
watch or some shit.
Yeah, they're intimidated. Okay, now, what were you going to start talking about, Sydney?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some news. Like, hear that news about that guy that fell down a sinkhole?
A sinkhole? Like, what do you mean? Like the sewer sinkhole?
Like the ground just fucked. It was just like, fuck it. And it just caved in.
No.
No? You didn't hear about that news?
No.
Some guy in Florida, he was sleeping in his bed at night. And all of a sudden, a sinkhole opened up in his house. Like the ground.
basement, like the basement floor?
And it caved in, and he fell through, and he disappeared.
Wait, he's missing.
He's missing, and they called off the search maybe 2 days after they reported it in.
What? They called it out?
Yeah, they called it out. They're like, we don't know what's going on.
Is Florida too fucking hot?
So the plan that they're doing right now is they're tearing down the building so that they get rid of debris so that they can see the sinkhole better. And I caught a glimpse of this sinkhole.
Yeah.
It is like the gates to hell. It goes to like oblivion or something, dude.
Holy
it's
shit.
just it's like a black hole.
And where did they come from? Is it just like the sewage? It creates like a hollow spot in the ground? Is that how it works?
Sewage or anything. It's just that the ground was unstable, not because of the sewage piping or whatever. It's
just hollow? Like
I have no idea. It's not that it was hollow. It just caved in. It just collapsed. It's fucked up. And then they're saying, yeah, we're
why did they give up 2 days?
I don't fucking know. They're just like, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Because, like, if that happened to me, I would want more than 2 days and then the cops are just like, well, fuck it, we can't do it. Is it cops that do it, or is it the rescue team?
I think it's the rescue team.
Rescue team. That's their job, right? So, like, if I don't finish my work in 2 days, what, I just say fuck it? I don't understand this. Especially when I assume they're getting paid by the government, right? So that's your tax dollars going in to save people, especially yourself. And then they're basically like, they didn't find any remnants of him, right? They didn't find like...
No, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. Literally.
Holy crap.
Yeah. And then they're also saying like, yeah, be careful of the surrounding area. The same thing might happen to you. And everyone in the neighborhood's like, what the fuck? And so they're just freaking out right now. I don't know what's happening.
Can they detect like if ground is unstable?
That's hard to say. I don't know, because it just collapsed all of a sudden.
Oh shit, man.
So I guess not.
Well,
that would be fucking terrifying. What if it was like a comedy situation? If you were like in a bathtub, and
like the Family Guy.
Like Family Guy.
Like Cleveland's in the bathtub.
Yeah, someone else is gone. Fuck, man. Dude, can you imagine? You fell down like a dark ass pit while you fell. He probably woke up while he was falling. Probably.
Yeah,
screaming his ass off. And he's like gone now. He's probably dead, crushed by his bed. And
you ever seen The Goonies? When they like go like in like an underground cavern, and like it's there's like a pirate ship and there's like pirate gold everywhere.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that reminds me of that movie. And then like they meet like this like ugly ass fucker.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, ugly ass fucker, you're ugly." And then he's like, "Yeah, but I'm a good person." That's that movie.
You remember that? What was it called? Like Journey to the Center of the Earth. The title was cool, and then all of a sudden now it's like there's
3D.
kids and it's 3D. There's dinosaurs and like an oasis down there.
Locust.
Locust, yeah.
I hate that guy. Who is that guy? He's like
Tom
he was
Hanks.
in you remember The Mummy?
Oh yeah.
Mummy? He was in that too. He's like,
I keep thinking Tom Selleck. That's not it. I'm just listing
that's the guy with the
names.
mustache.
Yeah, I'm listing random names now. I don't know.
He's
Who the fuck that guy was?
I don't know. I hate him in every movie. He was also in that Looney Tunes movie. Remember Looney Tunes Back in Action?
Yeah.
I remember playing the video game for that. It's basically just like carpal tunnel syndrome. It's like there was this one mission where you're Bugs Bunny and you have to get from you have to sneak from one point to another. And it's impossible to sneak without like a guard seeing you. And the guard basically just runs up to you, and then like you have to like intensely tap like A, B, X, and like all simultaneously.
Holy shit.
And like it literally gave like it'll cramp up your hands within like a minute.
That's fucking crazy.
It's such a stupid mechanic. I don't know why they decided to, and it was freaking
Use
hard
both
too.
hands.
It's like, yeah, you have to use both hands and shit. Like, really? It's a Looney Tunes game. You're marketing towards kids. I can't do this. I'm like 15 when I'm doing this. I can't do this shit. Jesus Christ.
Oh, speaking of, you remember, what's that guy's name? Nicolas Cage? Apparently in his yearbook, I don't know if this is real or not, it would have been funny as fuck. In his yearbook, he said what was his goal in life, and it said, I want to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Really?
And then, you ever seen National Treasure?
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Steal?
Yeah.
I can't remember the movie exactly.
I've seen both of them. I think they're making the third one. Hopefully they make a third one. I love the series, man. It's fucking cool. Yeah, in the first one, they go to like some ship with this rich guy. That's how they got there, right? And the ship is frozen up north somewhere, and they find like a pipe or something. But then the rich guy and Nicolas Cage, they break off because then they break up because
and then they hit an iceberg.
they break up because then their views differed. Because the idea was for the rich guy, he was gonna rush in and like steal the thing, and Nicolas Cage's like, "You're a fucking retard." He's like, "No, I'm not. I'll show you."
Wait, to steal the treasure?
Declaration of Independence.
Oh, okay.
And so apparently once they steal it, on the back, I don't know how they figured this out. Apparently they started rubbing the back with like limes or some shit. I forgot. And then like a secret map shows them. And they're like, oh, "Let's go here." And so they go to France or some shit, and they go into like a bell tower, and they remove one of the bricks at a certain time, and they get some kind of box or something. That's all I remember for the movie. But at the end, they get the treasure, and it was like, and they're like filthy fucking rich.
Shit.
And then the second one,
wait, Nicolas Cage is rich?
yeah, everyone's rich. Everyone, his dad, his boyfriend, his girlfriend, they all get rich. And then the second one,
his dad, his boyfriend.
What happened in the second one? Oh yeah, they found the lost city of gold or something like that. You remember that?
No, I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first one. It was I found it alright. I don't know.
They went to find the lost city of gold, and this is really fucking interesting. They actually, of course, they go around the world to find clues, and one of them is in the what's the Congress library called? The National Archives?
Yeah, something like that.
No idea. And
the American one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know.
And they go to like the highest level of the library, and it's like for reserved employees only. And one of the books that they get is called the Presidential Book, and in it contained like secrets such as Area 51 and like everything else. And then at the end of the second movie, what happens is Nicolas Cage talks to the president. He says, "Mr. President, I have to discuss something with you." And then the movie just like cuts off from there.
Oh, so it leaves at the cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
No idea what the fuck. Because the president asked him to talk about like, I need you to look at something in the book for me. And I have no idea what it is.
That guy went bankrupt, eh?
The president?
No. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he went bankrupt.
What exactly happened? Do you know?
I don't know exactly, but I know that him and the girlfriend broke up because they were being bitches.
From a divorce, he lost all of his money?
They weren't married.
Oh,
I don't think they were married, at least.
And then what, she sued him or something?
I don't know.
What?
I don't think she sued him. They lost all the money, probably.
They lost all...
Probably. I mean...
I know that's why he's doing, like, such shitty movies. That's why he's like, oh, I'll do Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider 2. And then, like, whatever shit movies he does. It's just, I don't know. It was kind of sad. Kind of reminded me of... do you remember... Did you ever watch any Rocky movies?
Nope.
You've never seen any Rocky?
Nope. But I know what they're about, so that's like a third of it.
You know nothing.
A third of it is knowing what it is. A third of it is working out, and the other third is like the passion in Rocky's eyes as he like strives to become the best fucking murderer on the planet.
Yeah. There was it's really stupid at the end of at the beginning of Rocky 5, his his best friend is also his his brother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Makes a deal with like an accountant or something, and the accountant basically like screws over him, and like steals all of Rocky's money. So then he's like
Whoa.
poor, and then he has to go back to like his roots in like New Jersey and stuff.
To learn from the master.
Yeah, and then basically he's like, you need it, and then don't watch Five. Five is such a shitty movie. He gets to like he's not even in like a boxing match. He like fights like this guy on the streets, and then like that's like the fighting sequence. It's just like him like punching a guy in like the
Fuck.
streets. And it's just
training.
Yeah. It's just it's like a bum fight he was in. And then that movie, it actually happens to like how like people like lose their money in athletics. It actually happens. I heard that around 78% of NFL players after they retire, they go bankrupt, which is crazy. Like when you and like especially when they're making like a lot of them are making millions of dollars a year, right? What is like the rookie's salary? Let's maybe like what, half a million? Half a million?
Sure. Sounds good.
Like something like that, right? Or I know hockey is like the rookie salary is about $500,000. And they've been doing that what? Let's say like 10 years. 10 years would be like
yeah, I'd go with 5 maybe.
5 years? No, I think people play more than 5.
Yeah.
Let's say 8. So 8 years,
For
right?
rookies?
No, not for rookies. For through your whole career.
Oh, your whole career. Oh.
Yeah.
13 to 15 years maybe. Because you go for it at it for a long time. There's no backing out once you go for it.
Like once you're professional. Once you're professional, probably.
I thought you meant for rookies, and I was like, damn, that shit's tough.
Yeah. And it's basically like they were talking about this one guy. He spent, I think, $10,000 a night on partying.
Oh.
$10,000 a night on partying.
Fucking A, man.
And you know that Michael Jordan, he has a gambling addiction, and apparently a lot of athletes have that. So they just spend money because they have that competitive edge, right? It's just like, and they can't find competition, right?
Oh my god.
They can't find competition because they're not in their sport anymore, so they look to gamble away.
They're fucking dumbasses.
It's crazy shit.
I think it's the same for lottery winners. Pretty much,
Did you hear that?
90%
90
of all jackpot winners go bankrupt. They don't lose their money.
What's
They
the
go
percent?
bankrupt.
What's the percent?
Like 80 to 90%.
What
maybe.
the fuck?
Something like that. Yeah.
How come nobody talks about
And it's
that?
crazy. I think the biggest jackpot ever won in history
Yeah.
was 100 million euros.
Holy wait.
So that's like almost 300 million US bucks, I think.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. And pretty much all these jackpot winners, of course, it's not that big, but like maybe like you win like 10 million, like 20 million or something. They don't lose all that money. They go bankrupt. I don't know how the fuck they spent 10 million in less than 3 years.
Yeah. In 3 years?
Probably. In a year, probably it's still relatively fine. But then I think they start going like over their heads about this. They're like, oh yeah, we'll just get a mansion now. It's okay, we can cover it. Or like, yeah, we'll just go to the Caribbean in my personal yacht or something. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, man.
Yeah, holy shit. And I guess it comes to a point where like I assume what do you think the average age is for like a lottery winner? What? Right? I assume baby boomers are like the most likely to win, so
I'm gonna say, yeah, people in their 50s.
So
50s, 60s.
I guess they're thinking in their heads like, oh, how long do I have to live? What at the
Probably,
most? At the most, what, 20 to 30 years?
Yeah.
I could use a million plus dollars.
But still, I mean, like, you don't waste it all on yourself, right? You
No.
save some for your kids, maybe your grandkids,
Yeah,
right?
but that's not I don't know. Would you do that if you had kids? Would you save money for them?
I would have, no, not all of it, of course. I want to
Yeah.
use some of it now,
Yeah.
but of course I would save some for the kids. That's
Yeah,
the responsible thing to do. Well, not responsible, but like, that's the nice thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you don't tell them from an early age, here's $1 million, spend it on whatever toys you want, right? You don't do that. then they're fucked for life, right? But of course, you don't tell them. You just save it up somewhere.
Well, that guy, Jackie Chan doesn't do that. He's basically.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
He's gonna give when he dies. He's gonna give away all his money to charity.
Yeah.
Did you hear his reasoning? He was like, because his son's a singer, and he's like, yeah, if my son doesn't.
Jackie Chan's a singer too, right?
I guess so now, yeah, but I don't see it. I don't see it anymore. He's still an action hero.
Yeah.
And he said his son's a singer, and he said if my son doesn't have the competitive edge to stay in the business, then he deserves to go bankrupt or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is from Jackie Chan's perspective, it's fine, right? But for us everyday normal people, I mean, like, you're never ever gonna get popular. You're never gonna get rich like that, dude. So it's better to save some.
Yeah.
Now for the future, I mean, like, yeah, like say that you won. What's a good amount? What's the lotto amount? 50 million. Let's say you won $50 million.
Yeah.
Would you split it with your family? Your immediate family.
Oh yeah.
That's of course, right?
Not like equally divided, but like you would give them money, obviously, right? You'd give them
like,
maybe like 500,000.
For me, if I won 50 million, I'm not gonna. This is gonna sound like a real dick move, but I'm being realistic here. I'm not gonna give them split it equal 4 ways, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep more for myself.
Exactly.
I'm probably gonna give them 5 million each.
5 million, yeah.
Or more, maybe. 5 million. Yeah. $1 million is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But 5 million, you're good for a while. If you have a good job.
Yeah.
This 5 million. Fuck it, man. Go ahead and buy yourself a house. I mean, like, 5 million to a responsible person, they'll be like, oh, that's a lot of money. But then they'll also be like, I also have a job. I'll only spend bit by bit calculating my own salary.
And how much of those lottery winners have a fucking shitty ass job where they hate?
Yeah.
They can't wait. The reason they're playing lottery is so that they can leave, right?
Yeah.
And then once they leave, they sell. They're just bankrupt and they're screwed themselves over.
Yeah, man.
They're just like, well, I need to consume now. I need to consume the world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's break it down. So for me, I'd say I give 5 million to my immediate family. So that's because I have 3 family members.
With 50 million, right?
Yeah, 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have 35 million left over. And let's say I give away 10 million just to my relatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say 10 million for now. So that's 25 million left over. And for my friends, I'd probably give away 5 to 10 million for like all of my friends in like varying amounts, obviously, right? So that's like 10 million or something left over, which is still a fuckload, a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be good for a while. Get a job. They'd be like, yeah, I think I'll buy a sex doll.
Yeah.
I just realized if Bill Gates bought a sex doll, no one would fuck with him. Right?
Like nobody would say anything?
Nobody would say anything. He'd be like, well, why not?
It's true. Unless it was an Apple sex doll.
The Apple iSex.
Yeah.
The Apple iSex in a bottle by Jeffrey.
Even celebrities, when you think about it, like those child stars, they're basically hitting the lottery, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're basically hitting the lottery, right?
I forgot about that. I forgot about kids.
Who's the guy who made, who's the guy who made Home Alone? Oh my god. What's his name?
Oh, that kid. I don't know. But did you see a picture of what he looks like?
Yeah,
He looks like a
fucking meth head.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
It's disgusting. Man.
Yeah.
If I look like that, I'd be like, man, I need to like change something.
You need to eat
Gross as fuck, yo.
You need to eat more carrots or something.
It was just super fucking disgusting.
Yeah. And you don't even hear, like, I think the Olsen twins actually did pretty good. Because right now, what do they have? They have some fashion, I think they have some fashion lines, some like cologne stuff.
No, actually, I don't know what happened to them now. You don't hear about them anymore.
You don't hear about them.
Dead.
I don't think...
Gone from show business, I mean, not dead.
Yeah, but they still have like some lines of clothing, and they still have some like contracts where like they still can make investments, right? And they can still make a career out of what they're doing, right?
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And I remember there was an article on Economics Today where they were talking about Russell Peters, right? And he started doing stand-up in like 89, right? And then he didn't get popular. Like he didn't start like actually like trying to like make real money until like 2006 when they released that Comedy Now video on YouTube. and that's when he started like he basically hit the jackpot, right? So he became like fucking rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't like spend his money frivolously, but like you remember, did you ever see that MTV Cribs?
Yeah.
When he has like an entire drawer of just porn.
Yeah.
And he has like
My
unopened porn in like the closet. But other than that, he's
He's a real guy.
he's a cool guy, and he doesn't like investing in stocks and
Really?
yeah, he would rather invest in like he said stuff that he can feel, so like in like real estate and like products and stuff. And he actually talked about his father, how his father got caught up in like a pyramid scheme or whatever. And
Oh yeah.
you heard about this? And then he just went bankrupt.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then the surprising thing is he actually handled his wealth responsibly, right? Especially when you see like something like, you remember Soulja Boy? How like he became like fucking rich from that one song, Crank That. And now he's like he's like evicted out of his apartment. And, like, he can't pay the rent.
Oh my god.
Because people just get crazy with money, right?
Dickhead.
They go from one extreme to the other, and they're like, you know what? I deserve this, right? I'm the one that's like that put my ass off for 10 years. I'm the one that like has a broken ankle. I'm the one that has like is making songs, right? Like for like an athlete.
Yeah.
And then they just go from that to like, okay, now I deserve it, right? They feel entitled.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, if I had a lot of money, I don't think I. Think of it. If you, let's say that, you know, after splitting all your money, you have 10 million left. What are you going to do with the 10 million? You can do anything? For me, I just store it. I just be like, okay, I'm going to just go on the computer.
Well, like store it in a bank?
Yeah. Because for me, I'd be like, yeah, I have $10 million now. What am I going to do? I'm not going to buy a new house. I'm not going to buy a car. I'm not going to, maybe I'll buy some Coke.
Coke?
That's it. That's my dream. You know what my dream is? If I ever win the lottery, I just want to walk up to a store and be like, give me a Coke.
Yeah?
That's my dream. And then he'd be like, oh, I know you. Here, have it for free. Free Coke! That'd be really funny, actually. But no, yeah, if I had 10 million right now,
You could no.
I
would buy a house, because houses usually they go up in value, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't know shit.
I don't know.
Shit about houses.
I think if you buy something like up north, it's gonna be cheap. It's gonna be what like.
I can't.
You could probably buy a. No.
I'm a city person.
No, you don't live up north. You just buy a house up north.
Well,
And then you
like
could-
what,
you-
rent cabins or something.
No. There's like houses up in just like in northern Ontario, where they're
Like a retreat.
like, no, not like a retreat. There's like actual suburban houses, for like, and they're like good sizes, right? Like they're probably like around the same size as our houses, right? For like 300,000. When our houses, we bought them like 15 years ago, they were 300,000, right? So like the market still hasn't gone up to that level.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you were to invest in something like that, it would work.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you should invest in like, or just keep the money and just collect interest. That would work too.
I think I just do that. I don't want to spend
Yeah,
it
or
on
risk
I
it.
don't want a huge investment because I don't know anything yet. But if I do, I'd probably ask my parents because they don't fucking everything, right? But I think for me, I think I just collect interest, honestly. I don't think I'd use that money unless... I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, if you had all this money, for me, I just let it, like, sit there. I'm not going to say rot, just let it sit there and collect dust, maybe. I mean, like, what am I going to do with 10 million? I mean, that's a lot of money.
I like how you were like, my parents know everything.
Yeah.
Because like every kid feels that way, right?
Yeah.
Like every
They
kid.
don't fucking everything. Oh, you need a deposit check. Yeah, let me do that for you. Oh, let me sign this, sign that. Oh, you need to get your RESP. Okay. Fuck that
We're
shit.
both 18 right now, right? I'm gonna turn 19 soon, and we're supposedly adults. And like, I remember thinking as a kid, like, oh, when we're adults, we're gonna know everything, right? We don't know shit, do we?
No.
Right? I don't know shit.
Even-
I don't think my parents know shit.
I don't know what fucking anyway, dude.
My parents really don't know anything.
Oh no.
Well, like in a sense, like actually, like we don't really know how the world works in like
No idea, man.
government structure.
There's so many things out there that
We're lost.
yeah, we're lost. We just have no fucking information in our heads. When I learn about something that has a whole different, not even like physics, just a subculture. Like there's a subculture of hipsters. This exists apparently. In hipsters called C-punk. Did I tell you about that?
Steampunk?
C-punk, like not the letter C, SEA punk.
Not the same as steampunk.
No.
Okay.
C-punk. It's a whole subculture of hipsters where they dye their hair blue and they wear like 90s clothes instead. Well, were they wearing 90s clothes?
What do you mean,
Hipsters?
like flannel?
Something like that.
Oh, like from the
Well,
like those '90s punk bands.
not exactly, but like C-punk, you could obviously assume C, blue, punk, wear,
Oh, like
that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even just hearing about that, it was like, wow, where was I like in the past, like.
I think I made I think I made a character like that in wrestling. I was making create a character, and I made him with like blue hair. And then he walks out with like hipster glasses and like like that flannel shirt, and then like he has like green and purple shorts or like tights. It's pretty sick.
That's funny. I still have my
We-
K
we
tank in there, right? You saved it, right?
Yeah, we
Oh fuck
we-
yeah, man!
we
Play
should.
some WWE, put that on YouTube.
Yeah, we need to play. We need to get Jeffrey too.
Fucking don't know how to play that game at all. This is the funny shit though.
Yeah.
I have no jump. Even
Yeah.
if they're right in front of me, I fucking face plant into the goddamn ring.
No, your upper body's jacked and
I'm
everything
so
else
jacked.
is it's gown.
I'm like the opposite of Slender Man.
Yeah, you are the opposite of Slender Man.
The huge upper body and twigs, chopsticks for legs. I remember I used to have one of my cousins from Hong Kong. Because actually I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 8 or so years ago. They actually came here, and for the summer, there was actually like a a summer camp at UTSC. Do you know about that?
Summer camp at UTSC? Oh,
Apparently that exists. So my mom's like, yeah, why don't you go with your cousins? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And so I went, and the cousins are the meanest fucking people you'll ever
Your
meet.
cousins?
Yeah. Well, they're not they're my second cousins. They're my cousin's cousin.
Okay.
So second cousin?
Yeah.
They're the meanest people on earth, man. There's this one kid who was super skinny, right? And they would just not stop heckling him. They'd be like, hey, chopstick boy, come over here. What's wrong with you? So skinny. And they like push him around and stuff like that and just call him names. And I was like, yo, guys, stop, man. Why are you doing this? He's like, he deserves it. And like,
Wait.
it was
What?
so fucking.
Wait, how old
mean.
are you?
I was maybe 10 or so.
Oh shit. They were the same age as you, I assume?
They were 3 years older than me.
Oh shit.
It's the meanest shit ever, right?
Wow.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Did-
know, just-
Are they in Canada? They're
No, they're back in Hong Kong, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was sober.
He deserves it.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
If his mom feeds him like that,
I should bully him.
Oh my god.
If his mom feeds him like that.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
The dickhead. Do you know anybody that was like a dickhead? Like a true pure-blooded dickhead. It's
wait.
not like they did it by accident and it was dickish. Like they knew what they were doing, like the full consequences.
Oh shit.
Like their head was a fucking phallus.
Oh man, I don't know. I remember you talking about like that one guy in one of your classes when they were talking about like some genocide and he was laughing.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
We're talking about the Nanking massacre. So pretty much it's just a massacre. That's all you need to know. And he starts laughing, and I was like, "Dude, are you laughing?" He's like, "Yeah, man, it's pretty funny." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was trying to take it. I mean, like it was sad, yeah, but I was trying to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And this old guy was talking about how he was almost killed in a body pit, and then he ran home and he stuck, and nobody was at his house, and he looked in his well, and his whole family was stuffed in the well, and the guy just started laughing.
What? It's
I
heartless.
was like,
How could you be
That's
so
so
heartless?
and then when we were leaving, I was he laughed and I was like, "Yo, dude!" And when I think I said "yo" too loud, there were girls in front of us. They turned back and they looked like, "What?" Or something like that.
You broke into song and dance.
I'll tell you what you want, how much I really want. No.
How much?
Yeah, so anybody that you know that were complete dickheads,
Oh man.
complete phallus.
I think
Craniums.
everybody in like elementary school, I don't know what the fuck kids are about.
That's true.
Like, I remember dropping off my little brother at school, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a Middle Eastern woman that crosses, like, she's a crosswalk lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this kid, he's probably maybe in like grade 1, 2 maybe, and he runs up to like, he's such a pussy, he doesn't even like go up to her, he like goes up to like the edge of the school where he can see her, and then he just starts speaking gibberish, like as if like to mock her, right?
Yeah.
And then she looks at him, and then he's just like, and then he runs away. And I'm like, you fucking kid,
Shit.
are you serious? And it's clear, I don't want to be like an asshole.
He's not gonna hear this. Don't
Blame the parents, right? But come on, if your kid is clearly learning from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about this on the fucking Cake podcast, where we're gonna fucking talk about it again, I guess. Not about cake, but how we have like, it's crazy how some middle-aged,
How some
like,
kids can just be true devils.
yeah, and they learn it from their parents, from
That's evil shit.
how their parents reminisce about, oh, I remember the good old days when it was all whites. And then like, it's like, if you're talking like that, how do you think your kid's gonna talk?
Stop primacy.
Yeah.
Talking about childs and like at a young age.
We fantasize as if like an all-white school is like
The best thing ever.
Yeah, perfection. And then they're gonna look at it as if like everybody else is the enemy.
Yeah.
As if they're all imperfections.
And like, whenever people say like, whenever they'll be like, oh, he's like some racist things like, oh, there's a murder, he must be black, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe, or it's just me things. It's like, oh, he cut me off in traffic, he must be a woman or something like that. I think it's just.
Those seem
How
like
do I say
memes.
it? Memes.
It seems like memes.
It was like Nah, I think there was a meme like that. I don't remember it now, but it's like I think it's
smells
just
like shit.
I think it's just like people just being dickheads. It's not because of their race or anything. It's in my book they're either fucking assholes.
Yeah, they're so
Or
insecure.
fucking too nice.
They're so insecure. Like, they can't find actual stuff funny. So
yeah.
And like, I'm not saying like racial humor is like shitty humor. I mean, like, if you
Yeah.
structure
Yeah.
right, it's good humor, right? But it's also cheap if you're just gonna be like, oh, black people are thieves.
Yeah.
Chinese people are good at math. Like,
Yeah.
that just shows you're fucking lazy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's not even subtle too.
I know.
Must have been Chinese since he's good at math. Like he had to explain it.
Yeah.
Since he's good at math.
Keep me on Leno. Keep me on Leno.
But yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of
Oh,
kids being impressionable.
Yeah.
What?
No, go continue on.
Speaking of kids being impressionable at a young age, did I tell you about this documentary called Just Melvin, Just Evil?
No, what is?
It is.
I think you told me. To talk
This
about
is
it.
the most disturbing
For
fucking
people that
thing
don't.
ever. The documentary talks about this this guy, right? He's probably in his 20s or something, or late 20s, and he realizes that his family has been like sexually abused and stuff, right? And so he tries to get down to the bottom of this, and what happens is his granddad, his name is Just Melvin, which is funny as fuck, which is because it's not, right? Because he's not just, and so at a young age he'd like fuck kids and like abuse them
At a
and
young
shit.
age?
At a young age, like 3
years.
3 to 6 maybe, like
Wait, at
as
3
early
years
as
old, he'd fuck kids.
yeah,
As a 3-year-old.
his own kids
Wait.
sometimes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so no, he'd fuck 3-year-olds.
Yeah, sometimes his own kids.
Oh shit.
He is married.
How old was he?
Oh, I don't know, 30, 40?
God damn. Son.
He's like he got married a whole bunch of times, right? And the first time was he actually had like a few kids, and he'd like abuse them all the time, and then he divorced because you know, the wife was like, get the fuck away from me, and he married some other woman who already had kids, and he would abuse them too, and the abuse would be so fucked up, man. He took
and the mother didn't know, or
sometimes they knew but they didn't do anything because they loved him, which I don't know if
love means scared shitless.
And there's one time where he would take his young girls out in the middle of the night in his truck.
His own daughter.
His own daughter. And when he remarried, he did it again, where he would take the girl. Keep in mind, they're like 5 around maybe. He'd take them out in the middle of the night and like wait at like a busy street, and when cars would pass by, he would like solicit the girls
As prostitutes.
as prostitutes.
Jesus.
That's fucked up, right? Now there's 2 more disturbing parts. He would try and have them. He would try to fit his dick into their vaginas when they were young. Okay. Like real penetration here. Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes he couldn't fit it in, and sometimes he'd be like, "Oh no, it hurts" or whatever. And he says, "Look, I want you to practice with crayons. If you can get a crayon, I'll give you 25 cents. If you can fit 4 crayons in, that's $1.
Oh fuck.
That's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
He would do so many evil things. And then there was this one at the time, like,
It's not even a discount.
oh my god.
Well, like he's like if you can fit 1 crayon and it's 25 cents, right? But like you don't have to explain. Like she knows math. I'm sure.
Discount.
It's not like if you get 4, if you get 4, you should get like $1.50.
$1 and a cookie.
Yeah, $1 and a cookie.
And this is fucked up. One of his own kids was actually kind of crippled, maybe. Like she couldn't walk straight, so she needed like a crutch.
Like
she
a limp?
like a limb. She'd have to like shift back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is well after they're grown ups, and she was like 20 maybe. He took her out for dinner, or no, for lunch, and then drove to some parking lot, and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you right now," and so
With that voice.
she couldn't run away because he took the crutch away.
This is a documentary, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Melvin, Just Evil. Search that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't run away because she needed the crutch, so she had to like get fucked by this. He's probably in his 60s or 70s at that time.
Oh god
And
damn.
it was like, oh my god. And this is from the grandson's perspective. The grandson is collecting all this information.
Oh my god.
And
from
so
his like grandparents?
His aunts and uncles, grandparents and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And one day he called his granddad out, and he gave him some food because he asked for it. And his grandson's like, "So why would you abuse them?" And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "I know what you've been doing. Why are you doing it?" He's like, "I haven't done fucking anything." And he like at this point he's like the Melvin guy. He's like an old guy. He needs like a chair. He can't really walk too far, right? Yeah. And it got to the point where this is like the worst. This is like the worst threat ever. Like he's like I almost said bum. He's not a bum. He's like crippled sort of. He can't walk anymore, right? And so the grandson's like, "Yeah, why don't you just tell the truth right now? I know what you've done." And Melvin's just like, "If you don't shut up right now, I'm gonna get off this wheelchair and fucking strangle you." And the grandson's like, "I'd like to see you try it, man." And he's like, "I'll kick your ass."
Wow.
It was like, it's fucked up.
What
And then and like the grandson vowed he would either get the truth from him or kill him. And a few days later, he went to go visit him, and everything went relatively okay. And then a few days after that, the Melvin guy died.
Oh yeah.
And that's when the movie ends. And I was watching this documentary the whole time, and I was just like, "Holy shit!
Did you
Fucking crayons in the pussy."
Did you ever see that? There's another documentary. I forgot what it was called. It's about this one girl. She's maybe like 7, 8 or something, and she was sexually abused as a child.
Oh, was this like an 80s film?
It's a documentary. It's a documentary, and I think it was probably made, from the looks of it, 80s to 90s. like somewhere around there, and
Yeah. Was it like she would talk about how she would beat up her brother?
yeah, he would be.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, where she was sexually abused as a child, and she would she lives with her foster parents now, right?
Yeah.
And her biological brother was also taken in,
Mm-hmm.
and she would like beat the shit out of her brother, and like attempt to kill him, and like while like they talked about this one time where she's 8 and she took her like 4-year-old brother to the basement and just started smashing his head into the cement of the basement until like the mother like came and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then she stopped, obviously.
Oh my god.
And they would find her like sometimes they would find her like constantly like like touching herself.
Whoa, at like 8?
At
Jesus
8 she would
Christ.
touch herself, right? I assume because like she was raped so early, right?
Uh-huh.
She's like openly sexually,
Yeah.
and they would actually have to lock her into her room so that and she would keep like they always found her in like the middle of the night with like a knife, walking the hallways. One time she would plain up tell her parents like, I'm gonna kill you tonight. And they would have to lock her in her room.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they would and then eventually they took her to like some psychiatric care, and she got better, and she would always talk about
Because she was abused as a kid?
yeah.
This sounds so eerily familiar to this clip I saw. This girl, she has schizophrenia. And I'm not saying it's the same thing, but from what you told me, they have the exact same thing. This girl has schizophrenia, and every night when she goes to bed, they have to lock her room because she wants to kill her baby brother.
Oh shit! Yeah, it seems like the same thing.
A knife, I think. So it sounds like exactly the same, which is terrifying as fuck, right?
That there's 2 stories like that.
Yeah, and it got to the point where they had to rent an apartment close by because them living in the same room, it was just too.
God, so they would have to separate the two
kids, and they'd have to the guy they would switch between like the baby boy and alternate, and it's like it's tiring for them, and like that's terrifying. Yeah. How terrifying! Like you find out one night or one day that you could have died because your daughter.
Yeah, because your 8-year-old daughter
wants to kill you
with a fucking knife.
Right?
It's not even your biological daughter. Imagine how good of a person you would have to be.
Oh, for the schizophrenia girl.
It was the biological?
It was the biological girl.
Oh. But
the
even
biological girl.
Yeah, but even for like the foster parents, right? Imagine how good of a parent you would have to be, like caring, to be like, I'm gonna take in this fucking murderer.
Yeah, I think if it got to the point where you said, I don't want to take care of her anymore, it's understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Clearly, if somebody,
it's like, I can't handle this.
Somebody told you, if you're like, I can't deal with that. I'm too afraid. I don't want to do it. It's too much stress. Because clearly, the only problem would be stress, other than risking for your life if something like that happened, right? I'm gonna say stress is probably number 1, right?
And fucking dying.
And dying would be number 2, which is reasonable. So if someone said that and you heard them as like, you're so selfish, and it was like, you know what, maybe, but I don't want to fucking deal with it. You try like going to bed knowing that your daughter wants to try to murder you every fucking night.
Yeah.
Right? God damn it, man. That's why I always feel sorry for parents who have to stick to like schizophrenics or like kids that have like SARS, kids that have
mental
illnesses like Down syndrome or something.
Yeah, they basically
have to stick with them.
You have to be with them for a really long time.
Fucking ever.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's so sad. You wanted a kid that like was like, oh dad, and like you would grow up together and like you'd see him grow, but like, I mean that's probably one of the greatest fears of any real parent. I mean, like, to have a kid and to suddenly realize that you have to care for them. It's like your life is in their hands, like literally. And
do you think it's a burden?
I would say so.
Yeah, I know that people are gonna be like, well, I love my child either way, right? And that's true. That's true, right? You're gonna love your kid even if he has Down syndrome or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes to a point where you have to realize like it's a responsibility. It's a higher responsibility you have to take for your kid, and a lot of people don't acknowledge it, right? A lot of people, when they see like a parent with like Down syndrome, they're like, oh, this person doesn't know how to be a parent, right? If a lot of people do that.
Really?
They'll be like,
wow.
Well, she clearly doesn't know how to control him, right? If like he's like screaming or whatnot,
A bitch.
right?
Man.
And
Yeah,
then,
did you parents do this? Whenever there's a baby screaming or a kid crying, parents will always stare at them.
oh no, I do that. My parents
You do
don't.
that? You're a dickhead, man.
My parents don't do that.
Whenever that happens, I'm on my dad will be like,
Yeah, I'll be pissed off.
yeah, be pissed off, but you're not helping the situation.
Oh, no.
You're fucking
No,
with everybody.
I know I'm not helping the situation
You
at all.
wanted him to.
Don't bring your kid out next time.
Like, what the fuck?
Next
So
time.
whenever I see my parents, they're like, don't stare, mom. And she's like, why?
Why? Huh?
Dude.
It's like a Nick Diaz fight. He's like, what you want, bitch?
Oh my god, man. I hate it. Don't do that. Don't stare at the cops anymore, Greg.
Hey, let's
Don't get arrested.
get arrested.
What were we talking about? How did we get to talk about that? Oh yeah, I was talking about child abuse.
Oh, how about those feral children? You ever hear about
Oh
that
yeah.
shit? Where they keep...
That's sad.
There's cases where... I remember one, it was like in the South, where they kept a girl with Down syndrome basically locked up in in the attic, and it was she was
Attic base.
I think it was the attic. I believe it was the attic.
Okay.
And like for her, basically her whole childhood, she was
Yeah.
just locked up in an attic,
Yeah.
and she didn't know like anything about around the
Mhm.
world, and she finally got out. Some
There was
crazy
this
shit.
one. I don't remember what her name was. Was it? Are you think? Is it Jeannie? Have you heard of that name? I don't know
Maybe.
if Jeannie was this girl I'm talking about, but there's this one girl. She was locked in the basement in a room. She was tied down to like a toilet, like a porta potty.
Yeah, that's
That's the same girl, right?
I
And
believe
then
so.
the documentary I saw was they found her and they arrested the parents, obviously.
yeah.
And they tried to rehabilitate her. Well, they tried to like
Teach
teach
her like how to
speech and
speak,
stuff
speech,
because
right?
she didn't fucking know anything. She couldn't walk. She
Well,
couldn't talk.
I don't think she had Down syndrome. I think
No, she didn't have Down syndrome. She
but
was a normal
yeah,
girl.
she was a normal girl.
Locked up in the dark for
But
forever.
she was locked up. She didn't know anything, right? She didn't know how to
Yeah.
speak English,
I mean,
and
it's
it
terrifying.
passed a point where it was just like there's like a certain threshold in which you can learn like a language like
Yeah.
easily, right?
Mhm.
After that point, it's just basically gibberish you're talking to them.
Oh yeah.
So
And then it did work. She could communicate, but she couldn't string together
yeah, sentences.
sentences.
Right? She'd
and
be like door, or like
door
dog.
out in or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And eventually they gave up on her, and she's still alive now. She's probably in her 30s, mid 30s.
Yeah.
And she's just barely surviving now.
You know,
Terrifying.
honestly, I didn't hear about. I didn't think this was real, but you ever hear cases where kids are raised by wolves? That's an
Oh,
actual
yeah.
fucking thing. I didn't realize that was an actual thing. I thought it was just like some made up shit,
Yeah.
like some like comic book
Yeah,
like
what was that myth? It was like a Greek myth.
oh Romulus and Remus,
Yeah.
they're raised by wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that in real
Wow.
life. There's cases
What?
of that, and they would actually like they would walk on all fours. They would have
Oh.
like calluses on their hands that
Whoa.
look like paw prints, and they
Oh, what?
yeah because they're walking on their like
oh my God.
on their hind legs, right? And they would make like life size like actual barking noises that sounded exactly like a wolf.
Oh my
It's
God.
freaky shit. And when they found the kid, right, they basically like threw him in a mental hospital. They didn't really help him at all.
Damn, man. It's
It's weird.
I mean, like
He would bite people.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
I think that scares me.
And it's crazy how the wolves brought him in. He was basically left out as a baby, like
Yeah.
in the forest from his parents
that's
or whatnot.
Really interesting.
And the wolves brought him in. How does that?
Yeah,
where does that concept
why?
come from?
Yeah.
Like,
That's really interesting.
does
Thought
the
about
wolf
that.
does the wolf consciously understand that it's a human and it's wanting to protect it? Is that it? Or does the wolf think it's another wolf?
That's true. I'm pretty sure if we gave them a baby of something else, they would eat it.
Yeah, if they gave it a baby of like what? They baby like what is it? Birds all the time, right?
I think so.
I'm sure they would eat a baby bird, right?
Baby deer.
Yeah, they would eat a baby deer, like no problem.
That's very interesting. It's hard to replicate tests nowadays because, so many kids and
you
that.
can't do that.
I think it was just that 1 or 2 times. Like, that doesn't really say anything. One time is just like, oh, that's cool. Second time is like, And then third time
There's
it's like,
multiple cases
something's
of it.
going on.
There's multiple cases of it too.
Really? I've only heard of one.
I think there's one or two. There's another one where this kid got raised by like some like feral dogs in some like Eastern European country, like fucking like Bulgaria or some shit.
Bulgaria.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that scares me. Like, not being able to.
And why wolves? Even a monkey. Probably a monkey would be like fuck you and like rip your face off.
Throw poo at you.
Throw poo at you.
Oh shit.
A monkey would be like, listen, you're another
dickhead.
yeah, you're a dickhead. You're gonna steal my food. I'm gonna fucking rip your baby's face off.
Yeah. What was I saying before? Oh yeah. Wouldn't it scare you like?
The kid was eating raw meat too. How does that happen?
Really? Oh yeah, and didn't he get like real canine teeth as well?
Yeah, I
They
think so.
sharpened like fucking nuts.
Holy, they sharpened his teeth.
Oh no! Like naturally, it got like
naturally.
tougher.
Yeah, it got tougher.
He grinded against like a
Yeah.
stone. What was I saying? Yeah, doesn't it scare you like if you think about? Because we here in Canada or the States, right? We can just go on the internet and search up things. Like there's more out there, but like the poor people or people in like wartime or whatever.
North
They
Korea.
don't. Yeah, in North Korea, censorship. They don't have access to the world.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy that went to North Korea? Who's a basketball player?
Yeah, oh, I was gonna talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear what he
I was
said?
gonna- wow.
Did you hear what he said about what's his name? What's his name?
I was gonna say Dakota Fanning. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Can I search it up?
I think it was like Donald Trump. Donald Doom Brain.
My brother would know.
It was. It started with a D, but yeah, it was like this ex basketball player. He went to North Korea. I didn't fucking know you could do that. It was like the only way to go to North Korea
Tim
that I
Duncan?
would know.
Was it Tim Duncan?
Something like no. Started with a D for sure.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Oh, hiccups. And
so Dennis Rodman.
I didn't know you could go to North Korea like that. The only way I knew was like to secretly get a
Yeah.
passport, like the vice guy to
Yeah.
Korea.
How did the fuck did he get in?
I have no fucking idea. And like they're hanging out, and what's really funny? It's like what's that term?
He met
Amalgamation?
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watched basketball with him.
What the fuck?
What was it? He watched basketball with him, and they ate sushi together.
What the?
That's like 3 cultures like combined into one.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, right? And like after the thing when he came back home, they're like, "How's Kim?" He's like, he was like, "Yeah, he was a cool guy. The people love him."
Yeah.
And I was
He's
like,
the people
"Ew."
love it. And then even the interviewer asked him, he's like, they're forced to love him. And he's like, "Nah, man, but he's a cool guy,
No, I think it's because
What the fuck?
I think it's because he has to say, because if he doesn't lie,
They nuke him?
no, not nuke him, but they could assassinate him.
They probably could, yeah.
They
it's
could.
true.
They'd be like, he's lying, he's spreading lies or something. But that would just worsen the situation, right?
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe that protects him from North Korea.
Yeah.
When North Korea attacks
It's
the States.
scary.
Oh yeah, this guy, he's cool. He's a baller.
Do you think there's still spies out there?
Definitely, I'd say
North
yes.
Korean spies? Probably is.
Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely. I mean, like,
How many tests do they do now for nuclear bombs? Gee, is
I don't know,
it 3 now?
hardly. Oh, in total?
No, at North Korea, the Kim Jong Un guy or
In total.
Kim Jong Un. Yeah.
In total, in North Korea's history.
No. Un. How many did Un did?
I don't know. I only know
Un
one.
did
Dude. I only know one.
one. I think
Yeah.
he did multiple ones.
You did multiple ones?
Yeah.
I know Il did a few, maybe 2. I can only think of total maybe 5
Overall.
overall.
It's crazy shit, man. When you think about it, like they're
Yeah.
testing for nuclear bombs,
Yeah.
and the UN's like, "Why are you guys doing it?" And they're like, "Fuck you." They basically
Yeah.
have like a little kid in control of like enough nukes to blow up the entire
It's
planet.
like being
right?
stuck in a room with a kid with dynamite.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
fucking terrifying.
And it's the world.
yeah.
We could destroy us any minute. That's some scary shit.
I honestly, if we got into World War 3, I'd like shit myself, dude.
Yeah, I would.
The
shit
people
myself too.
during war times that
Would you fight? I wouldn't fucking fight either.
would I fight? I don't. It's hard to say, dude. If
Yeah.
someone invaded Canada, what the fuck are you gonna do?
I guess
you
so.
have to
Yeah.
defend yourself,
Yeah.
right?
If someone invaded Canada, yes,
You mean like actively go out? I don't think I
No.
would. I mean, I love Canada. It's the
But,
greatest place to be.
Yeah,
But I don't want to die.
Yeah, at the same time, especially when like I don't know how like why I'm killing people. You know what I mean?
I guess so. Oh well, for
Like,
me, it's not.
especially
It doesn't even come to that. It comes to, I just don't want to die.
Yeah.
If I have to kill someone to live, I mean, like in the most layman's terms, yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? Right?
There's a quote by you know how Muhammad Ali was they threw him in jail because he didn't want to fight in the Korean War, or no
Korean War,
no,
Vietnam War.
Vietnam War, sorry, and he said like what did any Vietnamese do to me? No Vietnamese called me the N-word. And then that got me thinking, right? How about this war? Why like no Afghan has did anything wrong to me, right?
Yeah.
Personally, right? Or even to Canada.
Yeah. I don't know all the details.
And yeah,
But like
and even if I were to kill an Afghan in war, right? He didn't do anything to me. That guy personally, he didn't do shit to me.
yeah.
And I'd kill him?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's some crazy shit that you would kill somebody for
For your nation.
for a reason that you don't know. That the government is telling
Yes,
you you need to kill them. And you're like,
Yes.
"Oh, why?" And they don't even if you question them, they're like, "Why are you questioning us, right? Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's scary. I don't know. I still say I think the worst war of all time. What would you say the worst war of all time, human history? What would it be? For me,
World War
I'd
II,
probably say one.
One?
Not because of the death count, but because it fucked you up, man. Not just trench warfare. When because back in World War One, the traditional views of war were still in place. What I mean is, say that these guys are like shooting machine guns at you, right? And you were ordered to charge. The definition of charge was march towards the bullets.
Yeah.
It's not like right now where it's common sense to run, right? Pass it like against the bullets. No, if they tell you to charge, you have to march, and if you marched out of order, they would shoot you, which is fucked up, right? And
Yeah.
like, if you look at any videos of soldiers, like they're all black and white, obviously, right? If you look at any soldiers with post-traumatic, with PTSD, whatever the fuck it's called, right? They're so fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's terrifying that they can't even now. There's always stories of Vietnam vets who always have flashbacks. Like in Mega 64, did I talk about this? I think I talked about it. Mega 64, right? The podcast they're talking about like a supply teacher had their supply teacher was a Vietnam vet, and to fuck with him, while he was writing on the board, they threw they threw an eraser and they timed it at the board, and they timed it so the buttons. And when it went, they threw the eraser and it hit the blackboard, and the supply teacher jumped like fell to the floor, and he rolled under the desk, and he's like, "We're taking mortar fire," and it is the scariest thing ever.
That's scary. When you're basically in that mindset for your whole life of like
don't fuck with. I don't know why people would fuck with.
That's a survival instinct.
I don't know why people would fuck with people that have been to war.
Yeah.
I feel like, hey man, good thing you didn't die.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have to question their reason for going to war, right? You have to, and even me questioning them is like unpatriotic. Oh, why you don't believe that we would do this for the right reason? What are you talking about, huh? Are you the enemy?
I mean, like, a bunch of fucking dickheads. What was I gonna say? Like, I don't know, man. It's either World War One or the Vietnam War, which is the most terrifying. Because in Vietnam, they had
They
lost. They had the Viet Cong had so many traps and so many ways to kill you.
Like they have like those like you ever see
sinister.
Rambo? You ever see Rambo when like he like makes like traps out of like bamboo and like and like sharpens it and shit? It's like freaking it's like Saw.
Oh, like spears.
Yeah.
Shit,
like
dude.
they would like trip over one thing and then like a log would like smash them in the head.
I think that's real. They had so many devious traps. One was like a bear trap, which would like fuck you up. Another was they
would just grab like that thing that grabs your leg.
A bear trap, and then another was like a pitfall trap where it's like a pit, like at the bottom of the pit were spikes, and you would fall into this pit like when it was covered.
Team Rocket do that?
It was scary, man.
Yeah, holy crap.
Man, fuck war.
What
were we talking about before? How did we get to war?
I don't know. We were talking about kids or something? Kids and war.
Kids and war, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You ever see this video of this guy? The progression of rabies in a person?
No. What is it? Video?
It's a video. It's a black and white video. It is terrifying. It just documents like how rabies progresses. You know how rabies is always presented as like foaming at the mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when they say foaming at the mouth in movies, whatever, they also go like really rabid on you. At the beginning, they have like erratic breathing and they like spasm a lot, but only until near the end will they start to like foam and like just calm down, and then they'll just slowly die.
Are they ever like aggressive like dogs?
At the beginning, I think.
At the beginning, they're aggressive. Oh shit.
They're aggressive, and so I think they had to tie him down.
Yeah.
Like actually tie him down, and that's fucked up, man.
Holy crap. And you ever see that picture? It's like a segment of pictures where they'd show how they did facial reconstruction, I think during World War I, where what they would do is, I think this guy basically, I think a grenade blew like half of his face off or something, right? Like basically like the jaw, basically like half the jaw is gone, right? And what they did was they actually picked bones from like other parts of his body and and then reattached it as if it was like Play-Doh. You know what I mean?
Fuck. Jesus, man. Play-Doh. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, like, there's how many wars have there been? If you could,
and that was in World War One. It's actually pretty. He looked like, obviously he still looked fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But like he didn't look that bad, to be honest with you. And it was World War One.
Oh, you remember
that 19.
14 to 19.
Yeah, 14.
You ever hear about this guy? Was it in India? I don't know. It's like an Indian couple where the guy like ripped the girl's face off, his daughter's face off. And when I say rip, like skin was gone, like this part was all gone and ripped off, including her hair.
Oh.
Including her hair.
With his bare hands.
With his bare fucking hands.
What the? Who's this guy? Hulk Hogan?
I don't fucking know, man. Maybe he's a real American. I don't know.
But
with like
sex tape. He's like, I call this one the monkey flip.
I call this one the one stroke.
One stroke.
And it was like they did facial reconstruction on the girl.
Huckleberry's row.
And and she lived. She doesn't look too bad for having her face ripped off. But
apparently, for some surgeries where to get rid of scars, they actually remove the top layer of like your skin, and it's basically all patchy and red, and like very vulnerable.
Oh, what? That doesn't help.
I'm sure it does not help at all. I don't know why they do that. They do that
you
right
look better now.
They do that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it must work.
Are there any practices back then that were like fucking crazy and they're still happening to this day?
I don't know. Does
bloodletting?
Yeah, bloodletting still happen? I don't think so.
I know like things like cannibalism. Apparently human sacrifices still exist.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I think in South America it probably still exists.
South America? When I went to Mexico,
or like some like some crazy ass like islands, you know what I mean? Like that nobody knows about.
When I went to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
The Aztecs made like their own versions of the pyramids. The famous site is called Chichen Itza or something like that, and I was like, oh cool, can I climb this thing? Because there were steps to the top, right?
Yeah.
And the tour guide's like, oh, you actually can't. Some guy actually climbed it and jumped off and committed suicide, so we're not letting anyone climb it. And I was like, this fucking dickhead ruined it for the rest of us.
Wow.
It's always people like
Wait, you can't find another way to commit suicide? Come on, guy.
Like it's always like Amanda Todd or somebody. Whenever they commit suicide, they always have to make that huge story.
Yeah.
It's not because it's too tough that they commit
There's
suicide.
always like a white guy. It's clearly like a white tourist that did it, right?
yeah, it was a white guy.
I told you.
Greg got psychic.
If it was a fucking Asian guy, they'd be like, oh, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. Well, probably the new episode of Naruto. New episode of Naruto didn't come out yet.
It's Golden Week. They skipped it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and like Amanda Todd, whenever they commit suicide, it's always about leaving an imprint on society. It was the same thing with maybe Columbine and that Sandy Hook thing.
Yeah, where we basically like glorify these criminals.
You see this British guy on TV where he says
we make them famous.
Yeah, the best way to stop things like this is to not broadcast them anymore, because the fucking news networks will always broadcast them weeks on end. Mm-hmm. And he says that's why people do it. They know that it's going to be covered for months, so they'll never be forgotten.
Yeah.
Right?
Plus it'll get a lot of views.
A lot of views. And he says, the best way is to just show it once or twice. And then, like, fuck it.
Yeah, like, not show it for, like, the
whole
week.
Like, this whole season.
Yeah, like a whole season of fucking Lost dedicated to the Sandy Hook trial. Like, how many, like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Just fucking, like he's a fucking asshole. And he killed a whole bunch of fucking kids, and he's just an animal.
Yeah. And
how about that kid? How about the guy that shot up the whole movie theater?
Oh yeah.
Dark Knight. And then he showed up to trial. Scary. He showed up to trial with fucking like he colored his hair and shit.
Really?
Yeah, he like came in there with like freaking bright red hair. He was just like.
Dude, this guy sounds like
freaking.
He sounds like asshole. A fucking villain in a Batman movie. You know why?
Yeah.
When he did the shooting, he had a gas mask on. He had an assault rifle, and before he started to shoot people, he threw tear gas.
Yeah.
In the fucking like showing areas, and then he murdered them. That's terrifying. If you wear a gas mask, I think it's automatically terrifying.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
It's reminiscent of war.
I wonder why it's scary. Because
it's reminiscent of war. It's like.
Oh yeah. That's why.
It's basically like chemical warfare. That's what it's a symbol of. It's a symbol of chemical warfare, and you associate it with that. You don't associate gas masks with like I wonder what he's gonna do. With safety. Yeah. Which is weird. You don't associate it with safety. You associate it with like someone's gonna get fucked up.
You remember you remember this, the Battle of Ypres?
Ypres gas.
And who's the motherfucker, that smartest motherfucker that thought urine because it contained ammonia would cancel out the chlorine gas?
Yeah, it would neutralize
He's a smart ass. If he thought of it on the spot, I don't know why they didn't
give him
a medal.
Think of it on the spot. He's probably just some freaky asshole. He's just like, I love smelling my own urine.
War. Fantastic. You ever see a Hot Shots Part 2? It's like a parody, and Charlie Sheen's in it. It's one of the best parts ever. And they're silently taking out guards in some compound, and one of the and they're doing it in jokes, and like this one girl like crept behind a watchtower guard. She had a bazooka. She's gonna shoot him. She pressed the button, and then a boxing glove punches him and knocks him unconscious and stuff like that. And there's this one guy. His line in the whole movie, he was like, "War, it's fantastic." I want to watch that movie again. It's so fucking funny. It's old. It's probably in the 80s maybe. It's fucking old. Fucking good though.
Yeah.
And you get to see Saddam Hussein. You saw the president of the United States try to kick Saddam Hussein into his own fireplace, but then he like swung down and the president got engulfed in the flames.
Wow.
But then he came out okay.
Really? They would do that?
He came out okay.
Okay. Because like if they killed like the president. You ever see? I've never seen a movie where the president died.
That's true. Why is that always a touchy subject? I wonder.
I don't know.
I swear we've touched on everything in movies except for the death of the president.
Yeah.
I just. No, Splinter Cell.
The president dies.
President dies. Yeah.
Oh well, that's a video game.
So, not a movie. Not a real form of entertainment.
Not a real. That's not art.
That's an abomination.
An abomination, like the snowman of Eden.
What?
The snowman. It wasn't. What's it called? The Abominable Snowman.
Snowman.
Snowman of Eden. That would be a good movie.
I remember.
Let's make that movie soon.
Yeah, man.
We need to actually start making some skits and stuff. We should start writing and everything.
Start putting like game.
Yeah, game footage.
Record
Our channel is called System Crash Games. We have no game footage.
No game footage.
We actually we were filming Halo 4 co-op, right? Of us two.
God.
And like this was like probably like when it came out, like I think like the day it came out, or like maybe like a day after it came out, we were filming, and like we had it all set up and everything, but for some fucking reason the audio was like completely delayed.
Yeah,
and, like,
there's so many problems.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. So like yeah, soon people.
You know Inception, right? Do you think that he was in a dream or he was in reality?
Oh, there goes gravity. I didn't watch the movie. We went through this like.
You didn't watch
first
the
week.
fucking Dickception?
No, I watched Django Unchained,
God,
and I could tell you he was awake in that movie. He was fucking. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Damn it, man.
Leonardo
Watch that
DiCaprio
shit.
was awake in that movie, but then he died.
Why don't you watch it?
Spoilers.
I think I have it actually. Maybe I'll lend it to you. I don't know.
No,
Watch that shit.
Oh, look, I don't have the internet, Sydney.
You don't have the internet, Greg. You have to watch it on DVD the way it was meant to be. Okay.
Blu-ray. Yo, I've seen. Did you see? It's ridiculous. DVDs are still $21.
Really?
I seen Wreck-It Ralph. It's on sale today for $21 at Fuji
Yeah.
Shop. What the fuck?
Well, that's probably because the DVD
And-
hasn't died out yet. It's still widely.
Well, it should die. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. How long has the Blu-ray
How dare
player
you.
been out? Fucking
Good question.
2007? And you're telling me
Maybe.
that we're still using fucking DVDs? Get the fuck out of here, okay? Where the hell are you gonna listen to DVD? Well, it looks like a piece of shit. You're gonna watch TV like a fucking poor person?
Oh, fuck. Man. I don't
Take
think
out a Blu-ray. Come
I
on.
don't even have a Blu-ray player. The only thing that's
You have a PS3.
Oh, I have a
You have a,
PS3, yeah.
get the fuck out.
There's a
You have a
Blu-ray
Blu-ray
I
player.
don't have any Blu-ray discs though.
Yeah, okay.
Any
So,
Blu-ray discs though.
there's actually what's it called? Like a flea market that has they sell you know how a lot of Blu-ray companies, what they'll do is they'll package like the DVD copy with the Blu-ray copy, so it costs like $30 or whatever. He just sells there's a guy that just sells the Blu-ray copy, and like he gets it from the actual distributor, just the Blu-ray copy, and he sells it for like $10 to $15 a movie, and they're like new releases and everything, so it's pretty good.
That's cool. Yeah, man. Check that shit out, actually.
Yeah.
I remember, when
What is this music?
I don't know.
Alright,
I
continue
was
on.
just saying, yeah. I'm starting to get fed up with Future Shop bit by bit. I'm asking for help, and no one can help me.
Why would it?
I was like, yeah, I need to find a cable for my computer.
Yeah.
And they're like, they're like, okay, I'll try and find it for you. And he comes back, he's like, I don't know, I think I'll get the cable guy for you. So I wait a while, he comes back, yeah, he's busy, I'll help find it for you. And I was like, well, okay. So we go to the cable section, he's like, yeah, there's all these cables and stuff. And then I was like, then I tried to ask, and then I was going to ask him a question, but I realized he's not the cable guy. He's not in the department. So I picked it out, and he's like, yeah, you probably have to wait for customer service or something for somebody to help you. And I was like,
What's his
fucking,
job?
I don't fucking know. And I have to wait in customer service. I can't wait for the cable guy. And he's like, yeah, but he's busy now, so unless you want to wait. So I was
For
like,
one cable.
for a cable. So I was like, fuck this, I'll go to Best Buy. And
Yeah.
I go to, and an hour later I go to Best Buy, I get a cable, and I ask the guy, he's not even the cable department. I ask him if this cable's compatible with like different looking outputs, right? And he's like, oh yeah, it's compatible. Yeah, you just have to look out for this and this, that's it. But in general, it's compatible. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I got it in 10 minutes flat.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of there. In Future Shop, I was there for like fucking half an hour.
And they lose a sale. They lose what? How much?
It was $35, I think. It was expensive cable, man.
I heard Future Shop doesn't get like a lot of money from selling laptops, dude. I don't think. Like they don't-
Really?
Yeah, they don't profit that much from it.
Why?
I don't know.
I was like, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking like, oh, I'll have Future Shop, or it's like, it's cheap.
I assume it's because they have so much competition that they have to keep it really, really low.
What competition? Best Buy and Future Shop are the main sources for generic computer buyers, anything entertainment related.
I don't know. I guess there's Radio Shack. There's
yeah, there's Radio Shack. I know things like Canada
Walmart.
Computers and like
yeah,
NCIX, but
Tiger Direct.
Tiger Direct, but those are for like the in-depth computer nerds.
That's
honestly, because if you're just looking for a laptop, you're just gonna go to Future Shop or something. That's where you can go. I think that's why it's always so good. Like, it's gotten to the point now where if you want something electronics, everyone will automatically say Best Buy or Future Shop, right?
Mm-hmm. Apparently, they're doing really shit now. Future Shop and Best Buy, they have to they're closing like, I don't know, something up to like 40 stores in Canada.
Really?
This year, yeah.
Fuck, man.
In Best Buy.
Oh yeah, Best Buy is American, isn't it?
Yeah, they're closing like 40 stores or something.
Huh.
That's a lot of people losing their jobs.
Yeah, man. Fuck, 40 stores across Canada. That's a lot of displaced jobs, man. I don't know. I'm slowly trying to. I think now when you order things online, I think that's how everyone's doing it nowadays.
Yeah,
because whenever I go to EB Games or whatever, they'll say that they'll have some things in stock or something, and then no, it's not. It's actually just online only, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And sometimes they say they have it, but they really don't, and so they tell you to actually order online.
Well, when I was buying my my new laptop, right, the guy was telling me how the Future Shop is going to be downsizing, and it's basically just going to be like a warehouse where like you order where you order your stuff online, and there's going to be like maybe some video games you can buy in store, but other than that you'd have to like order it online and then you just pick it up.
Interesting.
Which I think is better.
Seems like less hassle. Not less hassle. More convenient.
Yeah, but I guess like if you're driving by like from work, you don't have time to order it online. You can just buy it.
You know, I remember I was exchanging in Halo 4 and Halo 4 what?
Exchanging?
Yeah, Halo 4 and Assassin's Creed 3 for Metal Gear, and I thought it would probably be like $30 each roughly. Nah, it was altogether it was $44.
Wow, it's snakes, and they sell it back.
And you know what's
like
bullshit? You know what's bullshit?
What?
That's fine, but I was lied to. It was on the most wanted list. Halo 4 and Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they didn't really lie. I just had my hopes up too high, and they said up to $30.
Oh.
Up to $30.
Up to $30, like, meaning like
damn it.
The one that the game that came out today that's unopened is $30 now. The one that you spent $60 on is now
half price. I was like, whatever. So I paid roughly 20 or so bucks for Metal Gear. But it's such a fun game, Metal Gear Rising. You gotta play that, man. It doesn't take itself seriously, which is fucking awesome. Like, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. There's stealth sections. You don't have to stealth though.
Or you could just
just cut loose.
I heard that you could do like basically like thousands of like pieces you can cut up.
Oh yeah, but it's limited to the PS2's hardware. If it came out for the PC, yeah, you could have like thousands of pieces. The game starts to get laggy once you hit 100 pieces. So I never tried any more than that. But yeah, man, you can cut up fucking everything. Things like signs or trees that look like it's part of the environment. You can cut that shit down.
Huh.
Sometimes it helps. Sometimes if there's an enemy on a bridge, cut down the supports.
Falls. And it just falls? That's sick.
But I've only encountered that once.
Did you beat the game already? I heard it's really...
Yeah, it was really short. There's 7 levels. Each level's about an hour or 2.
Oh. Wow.
One was, the second last level was like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because you're facing a boss, but he's like the most pussy boss ever.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is very depressing, because in the beginning, he beats you up and he cuts off your arm.
Oh,
and you fight him again at the end, but he's like so easy.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun though. Yeah, man, get on. I'll let you play that game. It's just fun.
On PS3, right?
Yeah, PS3. I'll come over. I'll bring it to your place.
Yeah.
But I think I just like games where it just clicks with you, right?
I like open world games. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Something about open
Dude,
world games.
I know. You can tell when I like a game.
I'm tired of it too. At the same
Yeah.
time, because of Assassin's Creed.
Because there's nothing new.
Yeah, because there's nothing new. It's like, oh look, more trees. Well, that's fucking great.
Hey man, they took a jump up. We can now climb trees and go up slopes.
I think Assassin's Creed 3 is a good game. Like it doesn't deserve.
Oh, it is.
It doesn't deserve all the shit that. It gets.
The engine is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Like it has to do all these things, and the animations are top notch. The only thing I'll knock it for is
The fast travel.
story.
I didn't like the fast travel at all.
The fast travel is
It's
more
just-
convenient.
No, I know that, but like, what it does is, let's say you'll fast travel to one set place,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll load. It'll go through like a whole loading screen.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, okay, now you want to enter New York? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to enter New York, and then it goes to another loading screen, and then you have to like set your marker, and it's 600 meters away, so you have to get on a fucking horse, and then you get to like a cliff, and you're like, how the fuck do I get off this cliff? And then you jump into the water. It's just...
Yeah, man. You know the underground tunnels where they introduce you? Like, yeah, if you go through underground
I've never
tunnels.
done that.
I've never done it either. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
Yeah, it
It's
seems
so
stupid.
dumb. They tried to do too many things. We didn't give a
It
shit
didn't
about
work.
It just didn't work. We didn't give a shit about it.
Everything looked the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the
Same.
hell? I'm not gonna play a game just so I can get lost in the underground tunnel.
Yeah.
What the hell? Not a fucking miner.
I know.
And I don't. To be honest, I'm not very excited for the new Assassin's Creed.
Oh my
4.
god, I heard about that yesterday.
The pirates, like
The
seriously.
dumbest fucking thing ever. You
Like-
know what the story is?
No.
The pirates, and it's Kenway's father. So you know how you Connor and his
Yeah.
father is Kenway or whatever? It's his father, and his
Oh.
father's a pirate. What the fuck? I would have just liked it if we waited 5 or so years for like a modern day Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
climbing around in fucking Washington or New York or something. Like
I don't know. Just I assume there's gonna be a shitload of boats and like boat battles,
gonna
and
be
like the boat battles were they
I'm
worked.
pissed.
They worked in Assassin's
oh
Creed.
dude, it was fun, yeah.
They worked, right? But I'm not gonna play a fucking game of it, right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna be fucking like, yeah.
It's
It's
so
just like, yeah, I
fucking
get it.
dumb.
It's fucking boats.
They always touched on different time periods. Each numbered Assassin's Creed. So it was new, right?
But this
like
one is
Brothers and Revelations don't count because it's not
yeah,
a number, right? But now this is an Assassin's Creed 4.
and it's around
Why are we
the same.
still in the roughly the same fucking period?
Yeah,
It's what 1600s.
yeah.
Crusades were what 900s. Renaissance was
It's roughly
1400s.
it's roughly like what 100 years apart at the most.
Yeah, probably. It's oh, so like I'm gonna say 1700s. I think America was founded in 18 something. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
No
I'm
Americans
just so
watch this.
huh?
No Americans watch this.
I'm just so disappointed, man. I mean, I remember when I was playing Metal Gear. I like a game when I just say things out loud. When I was playing it, and I was cutting up a guy, and I was just like raping everybody on the screen. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, man, I love this game. The game was so much fun. They did it justice. It was great.
That's good. Yeah, I want to play
You
it.
seriously have to play this game. I'm like hyping it up so much for you, cause you can just cause there's no.
But I need to beat my old games. Holy shit! You know, I have a list of games I want to buy, but at the same time, I have a list of
Dude, this
that's
is like a
even
chore
that's,
for you.
that's even big. It is a chore. It becomes a chore of like, oh, I have to fucking beat Assassin's Creed.
You know,
3.
over the summer I'm gonna force
Oh.
you. I'm gonna force you to fucking play
Force
and
me.
finish these games.
Good,
No, that's gay.
good. Force me. I don't know. I fucked up my thumb.
What?
I fucked up my thumb.
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. I
You
think
finger yourself? You finger your asshole?
well, I got it stuck in a dude's butthole, but like
Did you say Adele's butthole?
Adele, no, a dude's butthole. Oh, did you hear about that Joan Rivers? How she was making fun of Adele, like during an interview. She's like making fun of how Adele was fat,
Oh.
and like it wasn't like it wasn't even like you know how like you could like subtly make fun of Adele
Yeah.
because she's fat, but she was just basically like, oh, she's, and then she would like make gestures about like this, like
Oh,
with her eyes wide
man.
open, and like it wasn't even funny.
Fuck.
It was like really like
like heartless and like almost like a bully.
Damn, man.
Like
Damn,
you ever see like those bullying specials of like sitcoms and like sad music will play in the background and then and it'll be like.
Oh. I just remembered something. You know Will.i.am? Mega64 just fucking hates this guy.
Yeah.
They had another segment where they talked about Will.i.am punched some girl that was interviewing him just because she said said his band sucks. His fucking punched her.
Oh, a woman?
Chris Browned her, yeah.
Holy shit.
And
Did you ever see when Akon picks like this kid he's like in a concert and this kid jumps up on stage and Akon like fucking like picks him up and like fucking body slams him?
I heard about that. Is there an actual video of this?
There's an actual video.
Oh yeah, search that up, man.
Holy shit.
Fucking
It's
hey.
crazy.
Wait, oh no, Akon.
Kanye West. Honestly, I like Kanye's music, but he just seems like such a pussy.
What happened to him now? I hear nothing about him. He had a
No,
boom
no,
3
no.
years ago, but now.
Well, he's married to Kim Kardashian, and then like, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck every black guy."
Wasn't there something about?
It's like a Pokemon.
Wasn't there something about Justin Bieber fucking Kim Kardashian?
What? I don't know if that's true. That's probably some BS.
There was
some BS.
allegation about how he was in some kind of relationship with Kim Kardashian. I don't know if this was during he was dating what's that bitch's name? Selena Gomez. I don't know if it was during that time or after, but
That's the funniest shit ever about Selena Gomez.
Oh.
Tyler the Creator, right?
Yeah.
He posted this video on what's it called? Funny or Die.
Oh.
Where he was like, "Yo, Selena Gomez, right in the face," and then like Justin Bieber. He didn't even like call him out on it or anything, right? He was just he's like Justin Bieber's like, "Oh yeah, Tyler the Creator and me are like friends, right?" And like,
whoa, fucking pussy.
And I'm like, really? Why would you do that? He's just like and then the best part was like Haji Beats, his rapper friend, Tyler the Creator. He's like, "Nah man, not in the face, dog," and he's like, "Nah man, that girl ugly." In the video.
Oh shit!
And Justin Bieber didn't do shit.
Justin Bieber's a fucking pussy.
I don't know. I don't want to call him a pussy because I don't know him. But like, yeah, it seems like such a pussy move to be like.
He's a dick. I'll say it right now. Justin Bieber's a dick. D-I-K-C. Dick.
Hozamadi.
That was the weirdest thing ever.
There's like Swag Chef. What's up with that? There's like just like Swag Chef, and then they would. The camera zooms in and out.
What the fuck? I saw one part where he's like stirring something, and then all of a sudden he has both hands in the air just pushing something like he's holding a cylinder. I was like, what the fuck?
And then he's like flipping shit, and then like the fat kid he throws it in the air and he like pretends to eat the swag.
I don't remember that. Was that at the end?
Yeah, it's in the middle. But if you look at the fat kid, he throws it in the air and he eats the swag.
Oh man, that guy was 37. What the
Yeah.
37.
His name
what the fuck?
His name is Andy Milonakis. He has a lot of people know him. He has like a growth hormone disorder where he basically just doesn't grow. And he was talking about how the reason he wanted to be the reason he developed his humor, right, was because in high school, he basically said in high school if you looked like a freaking kid and like you were a serious person, you'd get bullied a lot, right? So he used humor as like a diffuser of situations, right? So that like he would like sort of fit in. And then I guess that developed into Swag Chef.
Okay. Alright, I think we'll just wrap up now. But let's end on a very sexual note. 3 celebrities you would bang. What the fuck? What are you doing? Don't fuck.
I thought we were gonna finish.
Oh god. Yeah, I just got a face full of dick. 3 celebrities you would bang. Go. Here, I'll go first.
Go.
I'd go for I'm pretty sure she's gonna be on everyone's list.
Scarlett Johansson.
That's one. I think I'd actually go for Cameron Diaz as well. Maybe. Like she was in
Who's that? Oh, yes.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
I'd go for her too. And the third, I haven't decided yet. I don't know. You go in the time being. I don't know what my third would be.
So Scarlett Johansson, Kate Upton, and
I'd go for Felicia Day.
Felicia Day. Oh, Selena Gomez.
Just because.
Selena Gomez, right in her
It
face.
goes right in your face. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully they don't hear this because.
What are they gonna do? Oh,
What are they gonna do? Suck our dicks?
sugar dicks.
That'd be disturbing.
Fuck.